They're gonna be fluffy. They're gonna be decadent. And you know it, folks. They're gonna be delicious. Lemon, ricotta. Tonight on the Corona Cabin Cook Show, we're doing breakfast for dinner with some ricotta and lemon pancakes. Oh yeah, look at that ricotta. I feel like everyone wants to eat pancakes for dinner, or just breakfast for dinner. And like, dinner has a place and should exist, but honestly, breakfast for dinner is the best kind of dinner. So we're gonna start. 1 cup of flour. And like, yeah, if you're baking, you know, maybe you should follow the recipe. But like, recipes are wrong. Sometimes cooking, you gotta use your heart. 1/8 of a cup sugar in there. It's not a lot of sugar, you know, we're staying healthy out here. With our full fat ricotta, only 1/8 of a cup of sugar. Come on. It's a good thing. Alright, we're gonna add a bit of salt. You know, I don't know, just feel it. This is where we don't use the recipe. You feel the salt. If you don't feel the salt, use a recipe. Alright, baking soda and baking powder. I don't really know how much it is, so I'm just gonna do about that much. That might be a bit too much. You know what, these will be really fluffy. Who doesn't like fluffy pancakes? And also, like, you could sift all this if you like really are into the fluffy stuff. Like, if you really want some fluffy stuff, you can sift. But I'm not gonna sift today. Now we got our wet stuff. You only have your dry stuff in one bowl, you put your wet stuff in the other bowl. Pretty basic stuff. You could do it all in one bowl too, but then it might be like, fucked. I'm not supposed to swear. Wow, that was a bad egg break. 3/4 of a cup of milk. So we got 1/2, 1/4. Now we got a bit of this stuff that's called vanilla extract. Don't put too much in because it's pretty strong. I don't know, I wasn't like really following the recipe for this. Theoretically it is, I just wrote vanilla extract, so who knows really how much we're supposed to be putting in there. Oh yeah, get that zester, you got your lemon, and like, don't make this hard for yourself. Just go from the top and then zest down. And like, some people do this in different ways. But I don't know, this is how I zest. Some people at some of the restaurants I worked at made fun of me for zesting this way. So you might get made fun of for zesting this way too, but you know, we gotta hold strong and keep the zesting the way it should be. Downward strokes, you know? Keep it strong, keep the zester. And then you want to roll out the lemon. This helps just release the juices. We're rolling our lemon. We're rolling. And lemon juice and ricotta is a classic combination, you know? It's often used, and I mean there's already lemon juice in there because that's what we use to acidify our milk and break up the proteins in the milk that allow it to form curds and change into cheese. They're called casein, and they're negatively charged. So when we neutralize them with our lemon juice, you know, they form curds and make ricotta cheese. It's nice. Get all the clumps out of those flour, and then you take your wet stuff and you mix, and you break up all those strings in your eggs. If you're a person that leaves the strings in your eggs, you're kind of just missing out on certain things in life, like eggs without strings. And your food will be better, at least the food that has eggs in it, if you get the strings out of your eggs. Here we got the delicious star of our dish, the ricotta. I got some olive oil on this ricotta, and you don't need to put olive oil on this. This is a sweet pancake, so it's entirely not needed. I just had the olive oil on here because like, it tastes nice and it looks nice and it's just nice. And it will still be nice in our pancakes. Olive oil is nice with sweet things too. I'm just gonna like flop that in. Flop. That's about a 1/2 cup, and like extra ricotta is good. So, now we're gonna take this, and this is why our pancakes are gonna be so rich and decadent. Because ricotta is rich and decadent. And it's gonna make our pancakes fluffy and delicious. And actually what I think we're gonna do is we're gonna take this leftover ricotta and we're gonna make a whipped ricotta. I don't know if that'll work. I've never done that before, but I don't see why it wouldn't work. Into the bowl. So pour it. Oh yeah, into the bowl, like that. And then you take this and you whisk. And remember, you're leaving some clumps. That's important. Don't like let your kid get like the whisk and then just like mix it for 15 minutes. because that's like not going to be good. And like if you're a kid, don't let yourself like mix it for 15 minutes because you're bored in quarantine with nothing else to do. Do something else, but don't mix your stuff for that long. This isn't like shoe pastry or something. And then we're just going to pick that up. You know, it's like dripping. This might be a tiny bit thick, but we're going to try cooking it and like, we'll figure it out as we go. If you need to add some liquid, you add some liquid. And you add some flour, you can add some flour. Just, you feel it and you see how it cooks and then you go. So we're at the stove here. We got our big non-stick pan right there. It's getting hot. And I think the stove's actually too hot. Last night it was too not hot. Now it's too hot. I don't really have any heat control. But I'm going to take some butter. And if you're one of those people that likes eating everything with like coconut fat or like oil because like you're worried about getting fat or like you don't like the taste of butter and you're just like strange like that, your pancakes aren't going to taste as good. Like you're missing out on something important in life, and that's butter. But you know, we won't judge. Maybe you're just lactose intolerant and then I'm just like singling you out in an unfair way. But our butter's melting. It's melting. We just do some dances. And then you see here, you got your stuff, your dough, you know? And when you pour that, it like pours like a pancake. And you can see, I'm in the way of the light. You can see the like clumps. You didn't let your kid mix it too much because they're overzealous and don't have anything else to do. And now you're going to have nice pancakes. Our butter's foaming. And we take this scooper, wipe it, and drop it. We got 3 pancakes in there, and I'm going to get one of those flip. Alright, I got our spatula. And we're just going to let our pancakes sit. Again, the overzealous child, you just got to let them sit for a second. Don't let them flip the pancakes before they're ready, because then they're not going to be ready, and then they're not going to be good. So just chill, be patient, drink your coffee or drink your wine if you're having pancakes for like dinner, like me. And I feel like quarantine is like the time when you got to eat pancakes for dinner. Like you're all unhappy, you're depressed. You don't want to eat like a stew with like barley. You want to eat like pancakes with maple syrup and ricotta cheese, right? So while our pancakes are cooking, we're going to make a bit of a whipped ricotta. And I have no idea if this will work, but in theory it should. So ricotta, I'm just going to pop it right back into the bowl we had before. Just more of that milk, because like we like our lemon and ricotta. We're going to add some sugar, because like sugar for dinner, it's all good. And then we're just going to beat this, like beat this hard. If you spill a bit, that's good. Shows you're working hard. If you cream butter and sugar and then added it, it might be good. Oh man! So that's what happens. So this is actually a perfect opportunity to show you my pro vlogging setup. I got solar power. There's my phone, which is safe. So we're going to take a brief pause, set this back up, and we'll come back to our pancakes, folks. Nice. Oh, those are pretty nice. That's a respectable pancake. And look at the thickness there. I got a thick pancake. You want that. Thick. You want your pancakes thick. Thick. You notice when you bite it, it's like fluff. Like air. Buttery goodness. The vegans don't get that. I'm sorry. They just don't. Because like all vegan stuff is just flat and like stale and like gluten-free. You know? But this is like fluffy and buttery and good. And we got the ricotta cheese. Mamma mia, it's good. I'm going to put my milk outside so it stays cold. Check on our little pancakes. Oh, that's a nice color. That's beauty. Beauty right there at its finest. Beauty in pancake form, I tell you. And look at that. Look at that little stack. I got a little stack. Look how thick those are. Look how thick that bottom one is. That's not a vegan pancake. That is a ricotta cheese pancake, baby. Alright. We'll eat these after, once we get our sauce. No. We'll just have a little bite. Looks like a cloud. A heavenly cloud on Earth in quarantine. Ah, it's fucking hot on the bottom because I put it on the stove. Dip them again. Double dipping is important, guys. With the coronavirus, double dipping is like less acceptable, I think. So I'm here by myself, so it's all good. That's pancakes for dinner. Right now. And like subscribe so you can learn how to make more good food. Check us out. on Instagram, @LickedMedia. Make good pancakes, because they're so fucking good. Wow. It's really the ultimate dinner. If you've just polished off a delicious plate of fluffy, decadent, and wonderfully filling pancakes made with fresh ricotta cheese, topped with a delicious ricotta sauce cream thing, and you're feeling a bit lonely, or maybe you're just sick of talking to the people that you're in quarantine with, well, I got a solution for you. My dearest, dearest friend, Del Spooter. He's known mostly for his work in the radio world with his burgeoning and ever-fascinating podcast, Quarantine. And he's now got a helpline that's called the Loneliness Line. And if you're lonely, or sad, or just want someone fun to talk to, well, dial the number below and call Del Spooter. And I'm just going to call him right now, and we'll give his service a test. So there we go, numbers down there. Del Spooter on the line. These pancakes are for you. Third ring. There's sad people and he doesn't even pick up. Del Spooter,